Okay.
Ski ba 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 da bo. Scat man.
I'm a scat man.
You ever shit yourself?
My ass, man.
Many times.
Yes.
Story time.
Okay. Right. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. How's it going? You're tuning into episode 4, Disco Saloon. Back again. Another foggy night in Cross House. It's really lovely.
It was very.
It kind of looks like Silent Hill. I'm
Don't
really
dox
into it.
people.
I was saying Exorcist. That was my.
Oh yeah, no.
I picked up Jay under a lamppost.
So Silent Hill 2 to be specific, I'd say.
I've not seen it. I'm sorry. I'll get there.
No,
No,
we'll
that's
get into that. We'll get into that. So I'm joined by Aaron, aka Beanie, aka Young Feline Fetish. I've got Bradley, aka Chesney, aka Young Motorbike Ashtray. And then I've got Jay as well. So I suppose we'll just get started. Beanie, do you ever think about your own death?
Do I think about mine death? Do I ever? Absolutely, I do. Aye, all the time. But especially in the winter, I think I had previously disclosed something similar to that. But I'm very much like morbid thinker that way. Like I think about it quite a lot, especially at night time. Like, see when you're lying in bed and you're just about to fall asleep, and then it's like, fuck. One day it's perma sleep, like you know,
Permafrost.
like it's like one day I'm going to go to sleep and then my eyes will never open again, and then it's like that's kind of scary. Like, but then like we spoke about God last week. If you've not seen it, get on it. But God was the topic, and we kind of spoke a wee bit about that, about faith and stuff. So sometimes I've got to kind of kid myself on and be like, but maybe there's something better, and I'm like, because it's that agnostic way. Kind of atheisty, it's more leaning towards like it is just eternal darkness. But then you put it back and you go, well, before I was born, I was nothing. So I'll return to being nothing. And I tell you something, I wasn't fucking worrying about bills before I was born.
No worrying about that TV license before I was born.
Chaps at the door didn't give me anxiety. So plenty, and that's just like the tip of my mortality iceberg, you could say. But 100% definitely think about it quite a bit.
Have you got a preferred method of death?
Oh, see, I think when I
question,
was
by the way.
younger, I would be like, I just want to be old and good in my sleep, right? But then I think if I get to that point, right, you might have made peace with it in some capacity, but like to some extent, but it's that thing where it's like, well, you know it's inevitable and it's coming. Whereas, like, see if you just get like crashed by a big truck or like a Final Destination-esque setting, like you just didn't know it was coming. Then you
Tired to the heat.
I staying for the lawnmower. A lawnmower.
Oh mate,
through your eye.
when I walk up the side of a road when I drive, but like if I ever day walk anywhere and I'm going to walk beside traffic, I'm always petrified that a car's going to run out of staying at just the right angle with the right amount of momentum and then just shoot me clean in the eyeball and like wipe me out. So I think about that quite a lot.
Just the GTA and just.
So maybe that wouldn't be like the worst way. I think something that's quick would be great. I think one of the worst ways would probably be like, see, like any of the true crime cases that you listen to. I think that's where the fascination comes from, because it's like actual imagine, but you were locked in a basement for fucking, it was 2 weeks. You'd fucking ate a bowl of rice and the cunt was lashing you with a whip. Like, think about that.
Put your back off.
Aye, and like you're actual sitting there.
Sorry, the backs. I'm back again.
Aye, like,
You don't laugh, you're great, man.
No, but I do plenty. What about who else would like to step up and give me a hand here?
I was going to say, at what point can this no go on YouTube? Because is there no like a couple of words that they're like off a hanging about, and I'm not obviously going to say
I think
any
that's
of
like
them. But
demonetization, but we're not saying.
I mean, we're not exactly making bank.
aye, we're not going to go into the. We're not going to be sitting here describing a horror film.
No specifics.
No,
You never know.
What was the question?
Do you ever think about your own
method of
death? Or method of death as well?
Oh, right, okay.
We'll go method of death, right? We'll go method.
Aye.
Just whatever the easiest one is, without any
What, no pain?
like, just like your time was up sort of style, without any pain.
So, like,
So it doesn't need to be
like a heart attack, like a straight up
well,
heart
is it
attack.
going to hurt me? Because if so, no.
I get what hurts. I every death hurts. I don't think there's like a single one. Even like drowning hurts.
I think drowning would be terrible actually. Because think about where it's like
but
not being
that's
able
what
to
I'm
catch
saying.
your
I
breath.
don't want to drown. I
Right.
just want to be a force.
Well,
So are you
I
wanting
was-
like guillotine? Are you wanting just head
I've thought
off,
about bullet to the head.
straight in the back of the head?
I know, like without kenning, snipe to the head. You don't ken. You're not got to feel like it's bullet to the head.
But I saw these guys on YouTube who were like doing it, and they were like they managed to figure out a way to like figure out the pain threshold of like different executions, and one of them was like bullet in the back of the head, and they were like, "Ah, it's pretty sore."
Oh my
Because
god!
it's not like it kills you, bang right there. It does, but it doesn't like you still feel
How
it.
did they test that?
Fuck knows.
Just killed a guy. Asked him, "You're right?" Oh, it was serious.
They had like a dummy set up that was like meant to mimic a human.
Oh,
and they just
Oh,
were, like,
and it
shooting
maybe
it.
have like a pressure gauge in
it
that.
had something
Right.
like that, and it was like
I
they
think
managed
I
to.
have seen with a
Aye.
clip.
It
It sounds like a
Aye.
brainiac thing. Mind
Anyway,
yeah.
Brainiac science abuse.
I'd
so
not,
good, man.
preferably I don't want my brains to be splattered or what I mean is like zero,
See,
like just
In your sleep.
But that's
Fair enough.
where I'm now thinking because you're saying in your sleep. But does MD
Do you
actually
feel to go to sleep?
No. Does MD actually die in their sleep, or do they have a heart attack when they're sleeping?
I think you must wake up before you die.
Aye, like
Unless it's like somebody is injecting you.
aye, because that's, I was going to say like a euthanasia.
the thing is,
type
but
thing.
I don't think you're conscious like we are at that point. See if you're like dying in your sleep, or some folk will go into like a state that they aren't really themselves anymore. It's like a halfway house.
No fully like.
So I don't think you're even understanding pain at
Purgatory.
that point.
That's
Aye.
a purgatory. Isn't it?
Aye. That's where I want to
To
go.
enter the ether realm.
I'm just wanting whatever the easiest route is. It's not going to require my brains to be splattered or the flare or any sort of pain.
I was just thinking there what a good one would be like guillotine. Like
The
that would
guillotine,
maybe actually be like
straight down.
aye, like just straight
Straight up.
neck. Like I think that would be like you would just brace and then you'd be gone. Like
Pretty cool way to go as well.
I'm kind of that way.
I think the anticipation would be like the shit bit of that, but like knowing it's coming, like see sitting thinking, like no, I'm about to get too morbid. I'm about to.
No, I was gonna say-
Feel your morbid meter.
Should I go?
Imagine you're the guy cutting the rope and he's like,
No,
oh, there's
because,
your head. Ah!
no, because you remember ISIS. Remember ISIS? Fucking.
Oh, the
State?
Facebook video.
So
Aye,
they,
right.
So they used to do.
Right.
So right, no, I don't think I'm
No,
gonna get too heavy.
no.
So but they
That
used
is
to.
never making it to YouTube.
They used to do like fake executions every day, and then one day they just did it to make you like pure
that's
calm and that,
wild, man.
which is fucking.
I
mental.
guess as well, this is one of these questions where it's like, I'm probably more interested in the actual metaphysical, psychological, whatever of death rather than because like I don't think I have a preferred way of going because I really don't want it to. I'm not that excited about it happening.
Is it no mad though that there might come a time in your life where you can accept the idea of death, but like actually accept it? Like you're 70-year-old when you're like because you must get up at 7 a.m. to go and get your bird feed or whatever the bird seeds, man, and at like 70 and go, Ken, when's my time up, man? Honestly, just take me.
It seems awful alien
Just
to
take me,
that,
man.
Like they thoughts.
We're relatively like in the grand
Suppose we're
scheme
young, man.
relatively
We're young
young.
as anything, aye.
Like still 100%.
Did you ever see that woman that was like 130 years old, and she like everyone that she knew was just dead for
Aye.
like 50 plus years, and she was like, "I just miss my sister." It's like, are you happy to be alive? She's like, not really. No. It's kind of shite. My grandkids don't like speak to me or smell too bad. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
That's wild. 130's an
That
age.
the one dusty carpet, man, on our
smell
house.
on her face. Fuck.
Oh, everything, aye, the full thing.
I
She'd have wrinkles on her wrinkles, man.
think as well, I don't like thinking about it too much because I think you can put yourself in an awful bad nick.
Oh yeah, into the
I
whole-
think it's one of the things that's I can't really compare it to anything else that's healthy today within a certain limit. There's stuff in there's stuff you should think about, but you shouldn't dawn on it too much because then. And I think death's one of them. I think folk that don't think about it are wrong, but I think if it's all you think about, that's like
It's
no
good.
way.
You can get into that like well, down the rabbit hole where because like you can absolutely like I actually read a Reddit post and it was about a guy and you might have heard of this, I don't know. But basically, I think he had OCD, and he became obsessed with this idea of like there was proof that there was like this afterlife, and he became obsessed with it, and he got like sectioned because he couldn't stop thinking about this place he was got after he died. He thought it was real. All these pseudoscientists were saying it was a thing. He got a lot of help, seemed normal, then one day just like ended it so that he could go to this place. Like he convinced himself it was like 100, and it wasn't heaven either. It was like some kind of made up type culty type thing.
He straight up done the end Inception, man. He's not the end. His wife. So she's like, no, we're still in the dream world, and she jumps out the building.
That's a ball.
Aye.
Nah.
She's like, no, we're going to the real world. And it's like, mate.
It's like in Martyrs. You ever see that, the French one?
Oh,
Where she's
mate,
into
where
the
are you?
afterlife.
Where are you going with the flare and
I'm
this?
not gonna talk about it.
I was actually about to say, I was like, have you done all right week? Because
I'm in. Do you know what it is? I'm in full combat mode today. I went into the Scott mid next to my work, and there was no boost balls.
Oh, mate.
Do you know how much they're charging for a fucking can of like a 330 can of mill Iron Brew? 95 pence. 95. I was
Daylight
like,
robbery.
fuck,
did you
I'm
say
not buying
Boost
that.
Bar?
Aye,
I've
Boost.
got one in my bag earlier if you want it. It's going to make you feel any better.
Stop the recording. Stop the recording.
And I do actually, I'm not even kidding on. I'll show you
I,
everything.
honestly, if
That's
I don't get a
unreal.
Boost bar, I get a Star bar. Neither.
I don't
So
think I've
ever
ever tried
since
the
I was
Star
in
Bar.
full fucking
Good?
combat.
I think it's like a... is
Like
it
a
not
boost, but it's no a boost.
Aye, it's like peanuts, isn't it?
Oh,
you
right,
can't
okay.
have it.
I can't have it, aye. I can't
And I get-
have it. Peanuts, huh?
Aye.
That's
I
a
was
bag
going
of
to say, I
peanuts.
probably worry more about other folks' death than I do mine, but I do think about mine quite a bit.
Aye.
Well, I think you can also, like, there's the whole stoic thing that you use death as a reminder, like, to no spend too much time worrying about things. So there's, like, the memento mori, which I think translate in Latin to, like, you will die, or something like that. And you can buy one of the calendars, and it's, like, for, like, 0 to, like, 75, and it tells you how many weeks you've got left to live. I was going to buy one once.
Fuck that.
Aye, exactly. but it's also, it's quite a good, like, see when you get in your own head and you end up doing 10, 15 rabbit holes in your brain, and then you go, I'm going to die one day, and you're like,
See, I use that.
everything's alright, mate, like, chill out,
I
man.
use that to get out a lot of stuff in life.
But then you can also use it to justify doing
because
bad things.
I get stressed
Or, like,
out the
negative
smallest
habits.
things, and then I'll just be sitting and working. I'm like, Ken, I'm going to be a bit of dirt in the ground one day. Like, why? Like, I could just walk out this door now at work or whatever. I can leave the situation. Like, it doesn't actual matter that much.
No.
Like,
No.
it doesn't. Like,
No.
it's all going to go away one day. Why do I need to get that annoyed about it in that moment?
Do you know, you've just ticked me, why do I need to worry about it? And that's something that I don't need to worry about, but I do worry about, which is the heat death of the universe.
That's like, have you saw the meme of, like, it's like 6-year-old me thinking that the sun's going to explode in 4 billion a year? I'm sure we spoke about it when we were like 7.
It's exactly that same thing. Like,
Aye.
It's like, oh
Avenged-
my god, 4 billion a year.
because see the idea of the human race continuing, and like I'm not here, but like just it continues. But that's no gonna happen. Like no, unless we become like a spacefaring like species, and then we go and colonize the rest of the universe and move from bit to bit over the next millions, billions of years. And like I don't think we're gonna do that. Like we will end ourselves before we fucking colonize the universe.
Ken, I've actually now decided I'm going to strive to just, like, I have been trying it
In
the
this
past couple of
moment?
years, but
Is
in
this a
this,
breakthrough?
in this moment,
Chat, is this a
I'm just
breakthrough?
striving to give
Let's go there.
zero fucks about anything to the point where it's like, see if I want to do something, as long as it's not going to hurt anybody else,
Aye,
I'm
do it.
just going to do it because it's
100%.
like, what are we actually doing here?
Aye.
Like,
No, you're right. I think that's kind of like partly like why we're even doing this and
well, that
like
is
just
true.
whatever
Aye,
else.
the
Aye.
podcast.
It's in that vein because it's like, well, we'll just do what we want to do, like,
Aye.
because we might as well enjoy ourselves.
Straight up, like, folk, I think it's maturity, and I think folk, they end up, they just, it becomes too late for folk. Like, they hit like 50, and then they realise that nobody actually gives a fuck about what you're doing.
Aye.
And it's actually, everybody's focused on their own shit, thinking that everybody else is judging them, when really, most folk are just alright if you're alright with them.
Most
So it's
folk
just like, do your
don't
thing.
care
Nobody
what you're
actually
doing.
cares.
And if MD does really
That's their
care,
problem,
aye,
man.
that's their issue. It's not. I think we've like all slowly reached that kind of apex, and then it's like, right, cool. Now we, sorry, now we can just enjoy ourselves and do some fun shit, like
Aye.
100% within reason. Within reason. Don't want to upset MD, hurt MD's feelings, nothing like that. Well, best we can.
Aye.
That's it.
But what I was going to say is I don't like thinking about my own death too much, but I do think about other people's deaths, and I do think ultimately I'm not going to be I'll sometimes lie in my bed, and this is when I'm in my feels, and I'll be like, Ken, this is all going to go away one day. As much as I'm accepting of the fact that I don't care about anything because it is all going to go away, wouldn't it be nice just to kind of float about for and I'm not talking about living forever, but kind of cool just to I don't know, exist forever in some form.
In some capacity.
A reincarnation. I'd be chill with reincarnation. See if I come back as a bird or like a tiger or something, and then I get shot in the head by a predator, and then you come back as a human again. I'll take my turns, man.
What if, right? What do you think about this idea?
I know where you're going with this theory, and
it's what if are yous comfortable? And I think I probably am in some sense. If time is a circle,
I think it is, yeah.
And I think it might be that's my instinct tells me that what is going to happen and what has happened before is already set in stone. We think we've got free will, but we don't really. It's all within a certain pattern, and then you just do it. And to me, that's more comforting to think about, because then it's right, well, this version of me hangies, but then I'm going to be back again and doing it all air. It's weird, but it's I find it kind of weirdly comforting.
A comfort in knowing that you've lived more than just your own life, kind of thing.
That's why my mum says she used to be a Chinese empress or something.
But I think folk they get too I think folk thinking about life as a line does kind of ruin a lot of stuff, because it's all about this A to B stuff where it's it shouldn't really be like that.
No. I think a lot of folk they spend too much time thinking about what matters to them right now.
Is everything spherical anyway? Would it not make sense for life itself to be spherical?
To be a kind of loop.
Because all the proton things now, they're no lines.
No. They're waveforms, most of them at the quantum level. So it would
make sense for life not to be this rigid straight line.
And everything that is, and it's that, it almost feels now like it's a corny thing, you could say, or a cringe thing. But it's obviously we technically are made of stardust. That's a real life thing. We came from stars that exploded and then it made everything for there. If there's a cyclical nature, everything that once was and everything that is the new, it's the exact same amount of stuff. There is no, I don't think matter can just come into existence. It just exists and then it gets reformed, recreated. So the idea that all the matter gets sucked back in and then comes back out and does its own loop would, in my brain, make more sense. Because
then it doesn't end.
Because it's we don't know before the Big Bang.
But then that's a whole justification, and that's in my head it makes sense. Then that's just a very positive justification that nothing can die to make you feel comfortable.
It's a nice way. That's probably one of the better ways. I think.
Kenny folk are listening to this and it's no 2 a.m. for them when they're listening to it. I'm very sorry if it's 9 a.m. and you're listening to this and you're
somebody's driving home for what? Oh my god, man! What's their best fart of the week? Nearly shat myself in my bed. But didn't he? Fart of the week.
What about Dutch ovens anyway?
I will please some listeners, yeah.
I'm sure I can't even remember, but I'm sure Lauren googled what a Dutch oven was once because we made a joke about it. And it's because a Dutch oven seals the heat better than a normal oven. And see, when I found it made me just actual cackle, man. That's too funny, man.
What was the thing that folk used to do it and they would fart in their hands? A cupcake and they would clasp it.
Russian gas mask.
Russian gas mask.
No, see the Deadpool thing, man. A crop dust, man. You walk by somebody bending down and you fart by their face. Crop dust. That's so peak, man.
That's so good.
That's so good, man. Honestly, cupcake, man. See if you've got a wee brother or wee sister. Aye, they've ate a cupcake or fine. Shannon used to get it all the time, man. And like looking back, you're kind of like, that's kind of weird, but you're also like, no, that's the funniest thing ever, man. I don't care.
Taste your ass.
Taste these nice shit particles right in my hand.
Right, anyway.
Waveforms of shit.
Taste the universe of shit, man. I sit and say to my wee sister, oh, do you know that actually we all come for Stardust? Fucking on that. Stardust for my hoop.
Somebody's going to need to like Gandalf this podcast and they're like stand up and just write save the day.
It's too good, but
It's
it's far too
badly.
good.
Fuck, marry, kill. Rio Ferdinand, Michael Owen, Martin Keown.
Oh, that's a
That's a doozy.
Michael.
right. I'll go with Michael. I'll go him with Michael Owen, even though he went for Liverpool to Man United. I'd do that.
Michael and mind when he had the wee boy butt in the nets and the wee boy was like fucking free fit and he kept banging them in tap bags and celebrating because the wee boy couldn't save it, obviously. Oh man, fuck him.
Ballon d'Or, man, as you know.
Kill him.
Oh man.
Right,
No,
continue.
and then I'd say, no, man.
I can't believe you're thinking about this. Surely the answer's obvious.
Mate, Martin Keown. I ken you're an Arsenal fan, but he is the worst. He's the worst.
That's what I mean.
I know,
But then I'm no marrying Rio Ferdinand.
Rio Ferdinand
He
cheated on
wins.
his like cancer-ridden wife.
He's also like a Man United. No, man. No, right.
Ollie's at the whale.
I'll take Rio home. Why no?
Yeah, it's
Probably,
handsome.
he's tall and handsome, whatever, right? That's cool. I'll marry Michael Owen and then I'll kill Martin Keown. He's dead. Because some of the stuff he comes out with, man, holy
Aye.
He's
keek.
a prick.
That's too good.
Right. Me now.
Let's go there.
I can't like Michael Owen is like, and I'm like he's too like he's no way. He's no.
No,
He's in his
he
own
doesn't
world.
live in the real
And
world.
he's never watched a movie. So
I was about to say, do you remember his tweets?
So that was loud. What?
His tweets where he was just like, oh, what was it he watched? He watched something.
Polar Express.
It was
or
like,
something.
it was like Finding Nemo. He was like, nah, I didn't like it.
So I'm probably getting rid of him, and then we'll probably mount Rio Ferdinand, and then
Are
we'll
you
just.
marrying Martin Keown?
We'll because
He's an Arsenal
hold on a
fan.
minute. Whoa. We didn't say anything about it had to be a happy marriage. Plus, you're gonna marry at least Martin Keown's gonna watch films. He's not gonna cheat on you if you're lying out.
No, I give up.
Well, listen,
He's a
Rio
scumbag.
Ferdinand's the best looking, right?
Aye.
But-
Aye.
Well, maybe. Well,
Nah, I'd probably say so. man.
you cannot put up with Rio Ferdinand and Michael Owen as your. You just tell me he cheated on his wife that was ill, and Michael Owen Disney watch films and Disney ken how to work like an oven.
What was the story about Michael when he was at Real Madrid and he used to drive back to the airport every single day to get an English newspaper? Just like he made sure his house was next to the airport so he could go get an English newspaper.
Oh my
That's
god.
wild.
He's a weirdo,
Like
man.
I think you just need to put up with Keown, like because he's not actually that bad a person.
He's a.
But did he cheat on his dying wife?
It's not.
No.
I don't know.
It's
Does
more
he-
just,
does he
have a
I'm
dying
just
wife
going
to cheat
straight
on?
off takes. Do you know what I mean? They're
Aye.
takes. And Keown's get bad takes. He's just,
He's a.
oh my god.
I hate.
But
Martin
then
Keown.
if you went about judging who you were going to marry based on their takes, the world would go nowhere.
You'd be single forever.
I don't know how any of yous would want to permanently make your existence with Michael and the Rio Ferdinand. I can't imagine that.
The options are weak, man. You've
You've duffed
you've
us.
trumped us.
Right, let's get off this subject and I'll pull my Doritos story out so we
Yeah.
but I'm not marrying.
Aye,
Yeah.
back to it.
Right, so the other day there, I eat meal deals like who Rabbit Eats Carrots. I don't know. I was trying to think of something serious meal
Who
deals.
eats grass?
Because obviously student and working part time, so I just like during lunch I'll just like I'm 2 meal deals a day at this point, man.
Is
I'm
that-
crack it. Like crazy meal deals. Right anyway. So, gone for my meal deal, and I was like, Ken, what? I'm actually not going to buy a bit of chocolate this time. Sometimes I'll get chocolate with them. I'm going to just go for a bag of crisps. And Ken, that way I was drowned out with options. So I was like, I'll just grab a packet of Doritos, Cool Original.
Little ones, Cool Original.
Aye.
Nice.
So I sat down to eat said packet of crisps, and I ate the first two, and there was no flavour on them. And I was like, nothing, no flavour whatsoever. And I was
Nothing
like,
at all?
Nothing at all, not even a crumb of dust. And I was like, maybe that was just like too up the tap.
Aye.
It's all fell down the bottom, right?
Never get much coverage. Like O2's network.
Aye. Cut to 2 more later. And I'm like, this full packet has no dust on it.
Right.
And they're not that
The
crunchy.
plain tortilla
Plain
chips, basically,
tortilla
at that
chips.
point.
So,
What had did you? Oh, right. What did you do?
I did the trigger fingers onto the laptop or my phone or whatever. Doritos customer service. I fill in this form with the barcode, where I bought it, the batch number, all this information off the back of the packet. What size the packet is, what kind of bag it is. It was like a grab bag. Told them what Tesco I got it in, all that. I got an email about an hour later saying, I described what my problem is as well. There's no,
Lack of dust.
This is, the crop dust didn't reach. This bag missed the dust stage.
The stardust.
There must be an issue in your duster
Aye.
machine. There's a fucking black hole in the middle of your machine. Get it sorted.
So they replied, like, really, like, I'm wanting a job at the Doritos. I think it's Walkers or Pepsi. I'm wanting a job at their customer service because
But they own you quick.
they were on me hella quick, and I was like, don't tell me he's sitting in that office with nothing to do. It's like, it's like a huge...
Eating a bag of Doritos.
Like, Walkers is crazy. Like, it's like a huge, like...
And they go
Anyway,
back to you.
so replied the quickest ever. And he's like, I'm so sorry to hear that this was your experience with your product today. What I'm going to do is send you a couple of vouchers in the mail. And I'm like, and he's like, cheers for letting us know. I'll pass it on to our quality team. There, through the post with the Doritos logo on this letter.
Was it on a letter?
Dear Jay, telling me they're very sorry, you know that. £2.50 vouchers for any Walkers product.
What?
Aye.
That is so cool, man.
How do you redeem them?
Tesco, Asda, Morrison's, Sainsbury's.
No way,
I
you're
think.
going to walk up to Tesco with a Walkers.
Well, see,
Aye.
this
Oh
is
my
new the
God,
crisis because I've got raging anxiety and I can't wait to get up to the till and all I'm buying is Walkers products.
Here's my fucking vouchers.
Like standing look at the woman like me no have money. I just got the voucher.
No haba inglés.
No have English voucher.
Dorito no dust. Voucher.
I was thinking, can let me know tell folk about this now just every cut. But then I reckon if you're emailing them every couple of months, it's start to go like this guy's just wanting free credit.
Honestly, man, I'm wanting you putting that Doritos letter on your wall or
Well,
something. 'cause
see,
that's
that's what I'm saying.
brilliant.
It's got the actual Doritos logo on it. I think the guy was called Kareem or something. Legend. Like
Shout out, man. Shout out
that
to
is
him.
brilliant customer service. And let me tell you, if Walkers are listening, I'll be back.
That
Just
is-
based on
That
that.
is unbelievable stuff.
Get you a job with the quality team.
Big up the Doritos.
Do you remember that
guy.
day that we opened a packet of prawn cocktail discos?
What, and
there
it
was
had-
there was a
Aye.
nugget of flavour.
Aye, full dust.
Did I eat that?
So,
Full dust, you ate it. aye.
so good, man.
It was.
I
it
swear,
was-
man.
I don't know what
It's
size
like
it
a
was,
beach, man.
but
A
it
beach
was
of
like-
dust. It's
It was
brilliant.
like a brick of prawn cocktail dust. Nae crisp or dust.
Aye.
I ate it. My face turned pink. Wow.
You ken the strength of the things, man.
Aye. It was-
Discos don't fuck about, man.
That's the thing I see usually with a packet of Doritos. I don't know if it's hanging, but it's like that scene in Over the Hedge where they open up the packs. It's like woof, and all the dust goes up the squirrel's nose and all that. Man, that's wild.
Ken, I'm pretty sure I've
Over the
got a
hedge.
list on my
Aye.
phone of my favourite crisp, but I can't remember that off the top of my
That's
head.
how I was just thinking there. What is your go-to packet of crisps?
The
man.
prawn cocktail discos.
They
yeah,
are.
crap.
They are peak. The
salt and vinegar
bacon
ones are
ones
great.
used to be good. Was it bacon? Mine had the bacon.
Think what I'm about to say.
They're your favourite.
No.
But
Think about the crisps me and you like. For that posty round there.
what, spicy rings?
Spicy,
Oh.
Johnny spicy onion rings melt in your mouth.
Spicy rings.
OG spicy bikers, because see now they've changed the recipe and fucked them.
Have they?
Aye.
I've not had them in a minute.
Still
man.
good, but
They
used to be
what's
much
what's the basket ones that we talk about? What are they called,
better.
man?
They've got different names depending on who makes them, but I think effectively they're all called something roughly like barbecue snacks with an X at the end.
Aye, it's like
Oh, aye.
the
The
wee
lattice
kinda-
things.
Aye,
or like
the
barbecue saucers.
Aye, and they've got the sour cream and chive ones, man. They're
I
so
swear,
good,
every day I'm such a beta cuck fucking missionary bastard. Like I go into work every day and I buy the £1.25 bag of ready salted Walkers.
What?
Every day. Get that and a can of energy juice, and then I get a
Check
Pepsi
his
Max.
hard drive.
Honestly,
expand your palate.
it's terrible. And it's every day. It's just that's new in my routine. Like it's a pizza at night time, but it's a packet of ready salted
I will
Walkers.
say, but they're quite good as like a generic bar snack kind of thing.
Aye,
a
just
salty-
snack. I think it's just because I don't need to anticipate a flavour. Like I can
Aye.
just eat them in the car, and it's like
Tell you
no
what
dramas.
is. Tell you what would be better, but is
What?
the what were they things called the salt packet ones?
Salt and shake,
Salt and shake.
salt
Oh
and
yes,
shake, baby.
salt and shake were good,
Let me
man.
tell you, I took them home one day and put more salt from my cupboard in them.
Ken
That's salty enough.
what was I was fucked, but see if you didn't get like a good shake off on them, you could get one crisp that was just like white with salt, man, and it would actually make you feel sick. Like
I actually want to ken who come up with that and
Aye.
what the thought process of that actually is.
oh, let's add an extra step for cunts and they'll go wild for it. Aye, and we
We'll make
did.
them a pound a bag.
Aye.
Yes.
what about
did.
you?
Money.
Do you remember those French fries?
Aye.
The salted
Oh.
French fries, the greasy boys.
Like
What,
the
Walker's
sticks.
French fries?
Were the Walkers?
Aye,
The ones
Walker's.
that are
white-
slightly curved, but in the
No,
thin?
no.
You talking about something?
Oh,
with
you're at
sticks?
chipsticks.
Chipsticks. that's what I'm
Chapsticks.
talking about.
Oh, see the
Aye,
tang off them,
aye.
man.
They were
Melt your
wild,
mouth.
man. That was
Chapsticks
like
are good, man.
that was like a journey of flavour.
Aye, they are.
And
Do you know what's good? The Thai sweet chili McCoys as well.
Oh, Thai sweet chicken ones.
I think that's what
Ah,
we
oh yes. Them and flame grilled steak and the prawn cocktail ones with McCoys.
McCoys is like.
They're an
They
elite crisp.
kind of slap.
Are they
a bit, aye.
are they Scottish crisps? Or are they just called
I think they might be
McCoys?
Walkers,
Aye,
McCoys.
Irish.
Alright.
Oh, they're Irish, are they?
Aye.
Are they?
Oh. Well, I'm wrong.
See, I'm a Doritos slut, but I don't. I know I blaspheme, but I don't think they're my favourite. If anybody for Doritos is listening, I'm sorry, but I love an unholy amount of your crisp, but they're just maybe not.
You
maybe
used
not
to
my favourite.
really like the dips, didn't you?
Oh,
Or day.
Still.
Still day. Let's not talk past
Aye,
tense.
me and Jay
I had one yesterday or something.
me and Jay hit Aldi many times. He's like, "Oh, what's one of the dips like?" And I'm like, "On you go."
Co-op sea salt and Chardonnay vinegar crisps are cracking for the flavour.
Sounds
Sounds
good.
good,
The
man.
flavour is like 99 out of 100.
Is it?
I like
the Tesco's finest one.
Do I like the Tesco's?
No, is that the
No,
Tesco's
the
finest?
co-op
Oh,
irresistible
Co-op,
or
sorry,
whatever it's
yeah.
called.
It's funny they've all got their own
Skips.
brands.
Oh,
but
skips
skip.
are they're out there, man.
I used
Skips
to like-
overrated, man. No skip.
Ken,
man.
don't stare at
like
me on these
skips.
crisps because I'll be here all day. What
Mate.
were they Space Raiders that were the curry ones?
Oh, aye.
I think the red packet of Space Raiders might be my favourite.
Saucy
crisp.
barbecue Transformer snacks.
Oh,
are peak.
Transformer snack. Folk don't care about Transformer. I'm sure I asked a person.
They're so good. I eat them as well.
Didn't care
Sometimes we'll
what
have them
Transformer
later
snack
on.
was, and I was like, "What?"
They're £1 for a
Ken,
big
this
bag.
podcast is too funny. This episode, folk are just listening to us
Don't be crisp.
spaghetti coming, alphabet spaghetti coming out my mouth and spelling out like a crisp name. Like,
Fucking Doritos.
oh fuck, I'm nearly died.
I mind they used to
Somebody
do
needs
the
to tell me, was there a spicy Space Raider
spicy one. I don't know, man.
in a purple packet?
Wait, aye, there was
I
a
just
purple
remember-
one. Aye, that was that no saucy something.
I thought it was spicy because
Spicy?
No, because there's pickled onion and then there's
Barbecue's the red one.
is there barbecue
I think
space?
that's called
Are you
the
talking
red
about?
one.
We talking about Space Raiders?
Aye,
Is that
aye.
no monster?
No,
Monster
beef.
one?
No, what's the red
Beef.
red
beef?
I'm telling you the new. We'll Google
Pickle
it.
onion.
We'll Google it during the break, but there's an orange packet. I'm almost certain of.
Orange ones.
No, Yellow Monster Munch is the best, Chris. I'm no joke. At least when I was younger, Yellow
What,
Monster
roast
Munch.
beef
they
Monster
they
Munch?
beef Monster Munch. They give you a beefy breath, but oh my god, man.
What
Smell
about
you
the
all
ones that
week.
turned your tongue blue? Was that vanilla ice cream Monster Munch?
Oh, aye, they done that a limited edition
Don't
one.
remember that.
I
So
can't
I don't
that,
remember
but-
if it's the vanilla ice cream ones that turn your tongue blue, or if this was two separate entities. But Monster had a thing that was vanilla ice cream flavour.
Seems quite good.
The pickle onion ones, them are cracked, man. Your breath is like.
I don't really.
I've
eat
not had
them,
a
man.
pickle onion since like my grand's
Yeah,
old
but
house.
I like
10 years
I
ago.
like what they call Worcestershire sauce, Walker's purple bag.
Oh, aye,
Yeah,
aye, aye.
what's the
They still do them, no?
They don't.
Do you mind they used their black bag of
It's
Walkers?
barbecue rib, aye.
Barbecue
They were
barbecue,
really
aye,
good, man.
aye,
They were
good.
really good,
And
man.
no, smoky bacon Walkers are
Aye, they're kind of
they're
just standard.
They're like a great classic.
God, there is so many crisps we've missed out, and I can't even think. But I.
Flaming hot Watsits.
Tomato ketchup.
When they used to do the
What's it?
the actual Wats. I'm sure they done a prawn cocktail
They
Watsits
do
one at
prawn-
one point.
They've got like 10 in the shop. They've got like 10 different versions of What's It's now. They've got giant ones where they're huge.
Oh, aye, aye.
And they all come in like prawn cocktail spicy, and it's the same flavour as the Monster Munch now. It's like sweet and spicy, flaming hot. So it's like all Walker's flaming hot crisps are the same thing. You know,
Alright,
so
it's
they're
the same
aye.
place.
It's cracked.
They
man,
Watsits
Chris.
are crazy, man. See, like in the right mood, man. Watsits are they're
Ken, we
kind
might
of
need
peak,
to
man.
talk about dips, but
Oh,
we might.
the day dips.
Supercharger.
Supercharger dip is on
Peri
there,
peri
man.
meal.
Pepes.
Could we stop the new for the break?
We can.
Aye.
Indeed,
Aye.
we
Back-
can.
Come back
Back
to
in
the
the
old
dips.
dips.
Right.
Aye.
We'll
Aye.
come back
We'll
to the
dip
dips.
out.
We'll dip out and
Dip back in.
dip back in.
Love that. Be back in a minute.
Why you gotta go and tell me so and you always know when I'm ready to blow?
Skybosh.
Anytime I talk. Ski.
Right then.
Alright, segment 2, Disco Saloon, episode 4. We were just talking about dips. We're going to dip back in,
Yes, we are.
dip the toes.
Mm-hmm.
Top 3 fast food dips for you, Jay. It doesn't need to be top 3, actually just say top.
That's cracking.
Should have
It's
started with
funny. Your eyes were, the way you reacted was more intense looking at me than when he asked you what happens when you die. Well, I have 3 dips. I can't do that when I die.
Because, me and Ailey, my girlfriend's actual relationship was built upon the foundations of we both discovered that the other person was the first person we'd met that was that into dips as their person, if that makes if I've explained that. And like we're both really into dips.
Yous are both
and I had never
diplomats.
ever met somebody else that was into
Dipaholic
dips as much
mistake.
as me. We went out for dinner to Thundercat in Glasgow and we were like,
Shout out Thundercat.
we're trying every dip on this fucking menu.
how many was there?
Hunters. We had like actually about 8 dips sitting at the table. We just like, even if you're not going to eat the full thing, just to try different, we're obsessed. Every fucking where we go, we base where we're going to eat food off what dips are on that menu that are available to us. Because we're not going if they're not going to use the dips.
That's so class.
Did you ever go to Pigs in Gilly? Because they've got all the mad dips in there.
Aye, oh, they've got the crazy dips. Wingstop and all, man. See that
Wingstop.
blue cheese for Wingstop? Wow. Tap dips for
Like so, like a supercharger.
superchargers are
Supercharger
there.
is
Blue
very
cheese
peak.
for Wingstop or the ranch or the honey mustard.
Oh, that
whatever you're
ranch,
feeling.
man.
Lava sauce from Taco Bell.
I've never
never tried that.
That's
Never
good.
tried
Southwest sauce for Subway.
Ooh,
Oh, yes.
Miles.
Chipotle.
I actually don't care what MD says. I like the sweet
so
curry
good.
thing for McDonald's.
Sweet curry's good.
Lots of
Chicken
full
My
nuggets.
sister
Good.
loves the sweet curry, man.
Can I
Even the sweet and sour's good, man. Sweet and sour's good.
Anyway, I'll stop. I'll calm down.
You don't need to.
You loved it.
Just keep going.
They're good.
You're on a
Oh,
you're on a
okay.
roll.
I was on a roll. Where else? We're going to go the M&S. If anybody likes got M&S, they do a buffalo chicken dip. They do a chicken Caesar dip. Crazy. Like that's a
very
big thing
nice.
as well, man.
Dip settings, man. I scream.
Okay.
I've only got one I want to bring to the table because you've mentioned they're good ones, which is Pepe's Peri Peri Mayo.
Oh,
I
yes.
forgot about the extra hot ones.
Oh,
for-
yes.
And that's an all. But see that you get the peri fries
chips.
for Pepe's, and then the dip. Sometimes I'll just order 2 large fries, and then just like whatever with
Pepe's
2,
did
3
a
dips.
limited run not that long ago. A dip called chimichurri mayo. Holy fuck! It blew my head backwards.
Chimichurri mayo.
I always get the extra hot ones when I go to Gallows, Pepe's, or Black Rooster, and honestly, I'm sweating within 2 dips and regretting my choice.
But you're loving it.
Aye.
Yeah, boy.
What about yous?
Um, Southwest sauce with mayo, like mixed together. I've had the same Subway order since I was like 15 in school. They used to do a £2 deal where you get 6-inch a cookie and a drink.
£2 mental.
And it's BMT with cheese, lettuce, red onion, pickle, Southwest sauce, mayonnaise. See them together. Wow, Southwest sauce, it's Southwest Chipotle. Drown me in it. The peri mayo for Pepe is
You know,
probably
it's
there.
mental listening to your Subway order there because like there's like quite a decent bit of stuff. I literally just get the hearty Italian and then I get chicken tikka and cheese and then the Southwest sauce. That's it.
I get just the chicken tikka, and if I'm feeling I get the chicken tikka.
Do you get the salad?
I got jalapenos and sometimes something else. But what you don't do, and if anybody's listening to this, if you go to Subway, don't get lettuce because they give you less of their stuff. That isn't science, but I've seen them do it. I've watched them do it.
No,
It's crunched in numbers.
Chicken tikka, jalapeno, cheese, toasted, hearty Italian.
Italian herbs and cheese got to
Foot
be.
long.
And
Foot
also,
long.
every time I went to Subway once and I had enough money and I said, oh no, I'll not get a foot long because 6-inch will be enough and I'll get a cookie. Every time I get a foot long now because it's never enough, ever. Like that woman with
Never enough.
but I was asked for extra pickles as well. I always say to them, like, can you put quite a lot of pickles on?
Can the more we do this
An
podcast,
anxiety challenge.
The more I find out why my weight is the way it is, because nothing gets me more excited than talking about food, and I could even anything that I'm obsessed with, food's just.
You could be obsessed. Could be obsessed with anything, man. Do you know what I mean?
You get any dips?
Every
Drowning you in dips, so now you need to.
every dip that I like has been mentioned. I'm sitting here. I like the sweet chili one for McDonald's, and apart from that,
The Domino's pizza dip's good as well.
the garlic and herb.
Oh,
that's
Aye,
pretty
they also
Fra-
do-
Frank's hot sauce.
Frank's hot
Frank's. I thought you were going to say
I
Frank's.
actually,
Frank's is good.
it absolutely tears my insides to bits.
Why?
But if I buy a bottle, I'll use it one time and then bin the bottle immediately after because the next day is an absolute bloodbath. It is terrible.
No,
terrible.
see the amount of times that I've came into the house and Aaron's eating something, and like the day before, he's told me like the night before, like he's put Frank's on something. It's almost like a running joke in the house.
It's terrible.
Oh man, I shouldn't have put that Frank's red hot sauce on that sizzle last night. My hoops in bits, and then I'll come in the next day and he's got an air pizza with more Frank's red hot on it, and I'm like, what are you doing, man?
I'm a glutton for punishment.
We've
I'm a
actually
cock.
been down the rabbit hole that I'll not be able to get out of because
Spice King.
Now we've actually brought bottled sauces onto the table.
I think I could name about 2
You've
bottled
opened
sauces.
me up Pandora's box. Mary Berry. Ken Mary Berry? Do you ken who Mary Berry is?
You know, she baked cakes.
She bakes cakes, but she's also got a line of
Condiments.
salad dressings and condiments, and one of them's a blue cheese dressing, right? And see if you get chicken, like coated chicken, make your own buffalo wings, basically buffalo boneless wings, and dip it in that blue cheese dip. See when that hits your mouth, Mars. Without Elon Musk, then myself. Stargazing, so good, man.
I'm a star.
No.
You'd be too in there.
Move on.
Right,
Right,
wait.
sauces is too many.
I've got one. Then this might be a particular one to me, which is I hate meat that's on the bone. Like I hate it. So and I hate chicken thighs and all.
All for it.
So like see wings, hate wings because there's bits of chicken that isn't white. It's the same with ribs.
Well, that was
Well,
why
aye,
I
the
had
brown-
to
you get
do
brown meat and kinda
boneless
white
wings
meat in
there,
it.
'cause
So the boneless wings still have the dark tendons in them. Do you know, or do you just mean like they're the shape of wings?
It's not even the bone that puts you off. It's the actual like.
It's
the
the
dark
it's
bit
the
on it.
discoloured meat. I know it's no discoloured. That's
well,
colour it,
I
but
think you could find places that do that, but see a lot of places when they advertise boneless wings, it's essentially just a
Chicken
bit of
breast
chicken.
chunks.
Aye, bit of chicken with breadcrumbs on it.
Because that's what I'm talking about, taking it home and making, just
Aye.
buying chicken breast, cutting them up, do the coating yourself.
right. So no actual wings because
No, I'm not the big. I don't really care too much for normal wings. I'm bone. See anywhere I go, see if they do boneless wings. I'm the.
aye, that's the play. It's like a Chinese. I need to get a breast of chicken curry, but hundreds of folk don't do that. But they'll always be like, if I got a normal chicken curry, there'll be a wee black bit in it, and then I'll know what to eat the rest
So
of
how
the
do you
chicken.
feel about steaks then? If it was to have blood,
Oh, I don't mind that.
You don't mind that.
I
See,
don't-
that's where my brain like, is kind
I-
of compute.
I think it's 'cause it's-
I kind of get it, but
It's like Peter, I cut the fat off, but I don't eat the fat.
You read me of
Aye.
like something I was eating 2 weeks ago. I went to
What was
that. I went to that wee hurry in Troon, the chippy.
all
And I
right.
go calamari.
Oh, guys.
All right. I don't mind
Oh,
calamari. I need to be in the mood for it, but
Right.
Get seafood there.
See when you buy it for quite a lot of places you cut into it and it's just white meat.
aye.
They must have caught that day. I've got a photo. I might need to upload it somewhere or just show yous. I was eating suckers and tentacles, baby. I have a photo. Purple suckers and tentacles, man.
Nah.
Just dropping them in my mouth.
Nah, get
I'm
wrecked.
convinced I'm actually a bear. Like, you're talking about dying, man. I ain't got a whiz a bear.
You were out there like catching salmon with,
Oh,
with
like-
your head first.
I like over the hedge like a raccoon or something. You know what I mean?
No,
Been
man.
reading.
Anyway, I just like
Get seafood to fuck, but Bradley's got a good story about the time on holiday when he ate
Oh,
seafood.
why I don't? Why see? So like,
Aye, this is
I'm
peak.
I'm a guy
This
that
is
likes.
peak.
I eat quite a lot of food, right? I take pride in the fact that I like a lot of things. Like when folk go, oh, I don't like Brussels sprouts. I go, yes, love Christmas dinner with Brussels sprouts. Oh, Gads, get mushrooms too. I like mushrooms. Have them
Bradley
with a steak.
Hoover's everybody's plates. See if there's stuff left. He's the guy that comes in like
Aye.
Henry Hoover.
I like.
takes it.
There's no many things I don't like, but seafood, it just does. I don't know what it is, but I kind of care what it is. But basically, me and Aaron were on holiday. We were in Turkey. I think I was 13, and Aaron had been what 15.
Aye, something like that.
And so when we were in this hotel, it was an all-inclusive hotel, and they had like these guys cutting up big bits of meat on like these big
There was
oven things, but like big
Aye.
barbecue things, and and there was a big swordfish hanging, getting absolutely charred to bits.
hanging on a hook.
And
like,
obviously,
it was huge.
my mom's going, "Oh, why do you not try it, Brad?" And I'm like, "Aye, I'll try it." So I got a bit of swordfish, and I ate a bit of swordfish, and it was reeking. It tasted like, I don't even know. It tasted like fishy cardboard. With like, it was just stinking, and it just wasn't good, and it was like stringy, and it was hard but stringy. But I didn't really enjoy it. Still ate it, but and then for about 3 days. 3 days I couldn't go to my bed in Turkey, and I shat myself walking up, getting up the elevator at one point.
were you for 3 days both ways?
Oh,
both
I
angles?
couldn't eat anything. My mom and my stepdad would bring up a bit of toast to the room, and I'd look at it and just like go to the pan.
Were you cut Angle in his twin brother for 2 days? Split Angle?
I was gone, man. But I do remember I came downstairs on like the third day thinking I was alright. And like I remember somebody had our uncle or something had ordered like there was a mad alcoholic drink. I remember this. It was called like a hammerhead or something.
Head fucker.
A head fucker. That was what
that's
the
what it was
drink was.
called.
And it was just any booze ever put into a drink. I just remember that being a thing. But I remember like, as sitting and I was drinking something and I farted. I think there was got to be a fart. And I shat my shorts. So I had to squeeze my legs as tight as I can, get up the elevator, and I was back to the room for another night.
No, but one of the funniest bits is my ma took him to the fucking doctor. But I'm sure it was this holiday. Took him to the doctor, and the doctor was like, €100 for a checkup. My
No.
ma said, "Fucking Leah."
No, it was 400. 400. Because if you don't have health insurance when you're in Turkey, €400. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's it, man. That's it, €400. And I'm looking at my mom like, I'm pretty sure I had sunstroke as well, by the way. So food poisoning probably could have died, but didn't. And sunstroke and everything, and then got the doctor and he's at
I am
€400.
100% certain you could have got a new pair of teeth for €400 in Turkey and a new hairdo, man. Swordfish on holidays quite a badge, and it gets a lot.
Oh, it was
that,
so mad, man. Well, they say the seafoods I was, but like the same with like shellfish and that, didn't
mussels
they?
and that.
But it was, oh man, it was so bad. And I honestly think in the same holiday, I think before it, the night I ate the swordfish, there was a massage going for nothing, and nobody wanted to take it, and I took it. So this like 30-year-old woman gave me a 13-year-old boy a massage. So I've had a massage, swordfish and chat in the elevator
And the
in the space of 2 days.
Mate.
And Ken, I'd be back to Turkey. I'd be back. Lara Beach Hotel. I joke. I'd be back. We went back 2 years later. There was class. Honestly, man. But no, if you see a swordfish hanging, man, batter it down and tell nobody to eat it. Because honestly, man. Honestly.
Put it back in the ocean.
Aye. Put it back in the ocean. They shouldn't be hanging out swordfish anyway.
See, to be fair,
More than the swordfish.
see, to be fair, anything that's got the combined name of a weapon and like an animal should just not be eaten anyway.
No.
Like, can like,
Like, I'm not eating a hammerhead shark.
Honestly, man,
No
there
fucking way.
was definitely things there, like just, and it's not even that it was weird things. Like swordfish isn't that mental. There's definitely weirder things that folk can eat, but it was just the fact it was hanging up there and you could smell it. It was being absolutely cooked to bits, man.
No cooked enough.
Not cooked enough, no. I think we're still waving about, man.
I think you were cooked.
I was cooked for 3 days, man.
Listen, Chad, I'm cooked.
Honestly, man, I was so dehydrated. I remember I was just watching like football highlights for 3 days in the hotel room, man. Just it was absolutely crazy, man.
Can I've actually never had food poisoning.
I don't know if I
I think
have.
that's the only
I've all had it
time.
once with prods and frads.
Oh,
Fuck.
Right,
did you hit an elevator or what?
No, so like I hit it straight away, and it was like it was at a restaurant in the middle of like fucking nowhere. Well, it was like South France, and I went into like the toilet, and it was a fucking hole in the fucking hole in the ground, and it was like there was shite in the wall and that, like there was straight up shite fucking.
Fat culture.
It was honestly, it was a cultured hole. So I was just like standing shitting over the fucking hole. I'm not going
In
to
a
like,
slab squat.
I'm not going to the gory details, man. But fuck, man, my toes were covered. Dipped,
All
man.
the
Get 'em up in the
stardust,
sink.
man,
French
everywhere.
dipped toes, man. Fuck.
I'm glad that I'm not the only person that's absolutely shat the brakes, man. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, we've all shot our breaks, man.
Aye, that's.
I've got a few stories. You've definitely got a few
I've got
stories.
more than a few.
I've got a story that you choked for, I think. But I'll like,
Oh,
you've
no.
got a story.
Yeah.
Or is it you? I can't remember, but
No, I think you could maybe tell your one about walking to work. I can't. I tried to remember.
That's my favourite story of all time.
Right, I think you should, man, for the culture.
but we'll hit a double
If
break.
to be on the internet, I mean,
I'm not, but I've already told folk about the elevator on holiday in the swordfish. Do you know what I mean? This can't be much worse. The only difference was I was 13 at that time, and I'm 25 now, so I'd have been 25 when this happened, maybe 24. But I used to, before I had a car and I could drive, I had to walk to work in the morning on a Sunday because the buses weren't on.
I love this.
And I woke up like 6:30, whatever it was. No, like 6 o'clock. And then it takes about 25 minutes to walk to my work. And my stomach was kind of a bit iffy. I don't know what I ate the night before. But usually I think I'd been to the toilet and I was like, I'll be fine, man. Drank some water or whatever. I'm walking. I get to, there's like 3 roundabouts from my house to my work or to the town in Kilmarnock. And I think I got to the first roundabout and farted a wee bit. And it just had that smell, but it was like, right, we're fine. We need to walk to work. You're gone. And then like my stomach's kind of doing hingies and all that. And I'm walking. Go to the second roundabout. And I fart it. And it wasn't just a fart, do you know what I mean? So it was doing my ass. So I had to waddle back to my house at like
penguins
Aye.
of Madagascar.
Aye, penguins of Madagascar.
Madagascar.
what's the walk of the penguins? Is that what it's called? That was me walking back to the house, man. So I had to walk back and change my
feet.
boxers and then walk back to work with a clean ass.
Actually, that story's too good.
too
See, the
good.
first time you ever tell that, man.
Aye.
It's cause you're walking to work. That's what makes it like
Aye.
funnier.
Did you tell your work?
Uh,
Were you late?
maybe told them that I had some stomach issues, but I don't know if
I like telling work about explosive diarrhea. Like it's because I was just
I
catching
just know
folk
when.
at his peak.
Really, at that point, I should have just been like, phoning them up and be like, I've shot myself. I'm not coming in today. Are you kidding? But I still went in, so
Brown cheeks.
aye.
happy sheet.
But that's my two stories about keeping my pants.
We'll not actually embarrass yourself anymore. That's
We're already here. It's
No,
alright.
we're here. It's peak. There'll be plenty more. 100%.
folk are going to be listening to this. It's been death, crisps, dips, and then shite.
That'll be the title. Food,
Disco
and
Saloon, stick around.
food, feces, and fucking Michael Owen.
I forgot about that. Actually, I know.
No, we're
Right,
here.
what are we thinking?
We'll take
I
a wee
think
break.
we'll take a wee break and we'll come back with our Rex. How about it?
Let's do it.
Yep, right, let's get it, boys. Back in a bit.
I fucking jumped up 2 balls of heat already. Right, better make these fucking...
Keep that in.
fucking get these Rex going, right?
2 balls.
2 bars.
Right, who's wanting to introduce us? Do one of you want to take? One of the weeds want to take one?
When you go.
Jay took it last time, so.
Are we done a clap? Whoa, welcome back to the podcast. This is Disco Saloon segment 3, episode 4. And we're going to do our recommendations. And we're going to start with Aaron's YouTube video / weird hang of the week.
Yes, baby. We are locked in. Let me pull this one up. I just geese the title in case you want to search it.
Yes.
Right, so when the victim is the culprit, the case of Carly Russell. And this is on the Dreading and then in brackets Crime and Psychology channel. 871
Did you say the
subscribers.
dreading?
Dreading, just dreading. Right, so anyway, this Carly Russell, right? So basically it was just, the video is telling the story of what happened in the subsequent investigation and then the police reports, right? So basically pretty much the story as the police and the family knew, this lassie was working and she stole from her work. She stole, but she took some toilet roll and some air hangs, right, for her work, right? So like classic, like walked out with stuff that she shouldn't have. And she went in her car, drove to Chick-fil-A or something and bought 2 meals, and then she was driving and went to like a Home Bargains S-type place, bought some stuff in there, and then when she was driving home, right, she started pooing into the side. She phoned the police and said to the police, oh look, there's a toddler on the side of the road, right? And they were asking questions like, so I was listening to it, like they play the call. They were like, oh, there's this toddler, it's like 3 or 4 year old, They were like, right, don't go out the car, right? And then, so right, cool, we'll dispatch folk to come and see, whatever. So she's in the car, and then she phones her sister-in-law, right? And says to her, oh, there's this Wayne. So she's telling her all this stuff, and she's like, I'm going to go and see if they're all right. So the sister could hear her get out the car, shout to the Wayne, and then it was just a dead line. The police got there, and she wasn't there, right? So she was like gone.
What?
Right, now it gets fucking cracked, right? So she's disappeared, right? Manhunt, fucking everybody's out for her. The police, all her family, they arrange all the hanging cunts are posting fucking like 50k, 100k rewards. It goes viral on TikTok all night, right? That this lassie was missing. Celebrities are posting about it. Everybody, like, so everybody in her area is out searching it, right? And she's missing, I think it was Friday night or Thursday night, and she's missing in total for 49 hours, right? And she turns back up at her house, so nobody could find her. Turns back up at her house, just fine, like normal, right? And she's obviously like hanging. Her parents were in the news saying like she's a fighter. She loves food. like actually, because she was like, she's such a good girl. Like she got me an extra meal, and she loves her food. I swear, this woman was actually saying that. It was mental, right? Anyway. So she came back, and the police obviously like, right, we need to take you in. Obviously, like you've been abducted, whatever. So like the day like tests on her, and they ask her, and at first the police didn't disclose it, but they just said it would be a slow investigation. There was no speed, but because everybody was like, oh my god, there's obviously like somebody using a way to abduct folk, and it went mental in the media, social media. So the police were like, right, our hands are tied. Press conference, right? Press conference. So the guy's up there and he's fucking pink suit, man. This police guy, man, he's fucking looked rad, man. Like, and he's like, ah, right, look, like, here's the facts. And he stated the facts. He's like, so we know she left her work and she had this stuff that she shouldn't have had. She went here, got food, and then she went there. We've got the surveillance footage and they play it. So her in the court, and she just poos up. And the phone data shows that for she phoned the police till she hung up, she had moved 400 yards. 4 full American football pitches
Aye.
in that time. So she hadn't stopped to look at Wayne. There was no Wayne in the picture. She just got out the car and then disappeared out of frame, right?
Right.
She said she got kidnapped by a guy and put in a truck and then like drove about, and then they get moved somewhere else and they were taking pictures there and they stripped her naked and all this kind of stuff. There was not a scratch on her, right? Basically at the end of it, the police were like, look, like there's nothing to worry about. It's whatever, we're still investigating. She then got a lawyer to get in contact with the police and she said, oh, I just made it all up. I'm dealing with some issues. I'm sorry, I hope you can give me the time and space for it.
What?
Mate. Like, she she'd done it because she wanted attention. That was it. She just wanted attention. So she just
She
disappeared.
done God dead.
Mate,
She got
honestly,
it?
it was her birthday a couple of days later, so like the working theory is that she just wanted extra attention for her
So that
birthday.
folk would go happy, but
Aye.
surely you get prosecuted for that, but
Well, she's got
wasting police
Aye,
time.
she's
do you
got,
know what I mean? False
she's been
accusations.
charged. I didn't look into it, but she's been charged, so I don't know. I'd need to
Surely
search it.
there's levels you get to for attention seeking before that.
Aye, like
Aye.
white lies, man. Like
Aye.
just keep it low key, man. If you're right.
Aye.
Doing this a toddler on the road, you've got to be thinking to yourself, nah, it's too much.
That's-
That's
aye.
too far.
That's a wee
I was
bit
going to
too
stop
much.
you and say how sensationalised are these stories, but now that I found out that the full thing was
Aye.
actually fake, I'm like, what?
But that's the whole thing. Like, a lot of the comments were like, see if you're going to, like, say it was like, oh, you were buying drugs off somebody and they kidnapped you. Or, like
Aye,
you
aye.
could make it so much more, like, down to earth, real, whereas it's so sensational. And she basically just sat in a motel. She said they were feeding her chips, like Cheez-Its. I think it was actual Cheez-Its, like the brand Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its, man, wow. I would get kidnapped to eat a cut of
The police have CCTV footage of her before she supposedly got kidnapped with a bag of Cheez-Its, and she says her kidnappers were feeding her Cheez-Its.
Oh man,
Could
so
leave
she's
them at,
literally
like-
just went, oh, either feed me, oh, I've got cheese. It's
Mental.
something out there.
You
Mental.
could leave them out like Hansel and Gretel for me, man, and I'd be like,
Fucking straight to the witch in the pot.
Yeah, any more late cheese. It's
But aye, that's mine for the week.
that's class, man.
What if she was lying about, she got told, oh, tell them it's a lie. Like, she did actually get kidnapped.
Oh.
And they were like, that's a whole other conspiracy. Well,
That would be
nah,
cracked.
actually, you just tell them you were lying.
Her phone data, but she was because I didn't add this in, but on her phone searches, she was like, how much would you need to pay for a false Amber Alert? And what age is the limit for an Amber Alert?
What
in
age
America?
was the lassie? Sorry.
She was like 25.
that's crazy.
Holy moly, man.
Aye.
That's like boredom on a new level.
And her family and her boyfriend like fully believed her the full time. Like her parents done an interview
you'd
like
have
2 days
some
later
serious
before she
questions, man.
admitted, and they were like, "Oh no, like she definitely got abducted," like on live telly, and you're like. But at that point, it was like the police had already basically said like no, but they hadn't confirmed it,
Aye.
and then it was like 2 days later. So
That's just
see if you ever
folk are
see
on a
if,
different level, man.
if MD watches it, honestly, keep an eye on the guy's like suits, man, crisp.
That guy's looking
He
short.
wore, he wore like suits that matched the backdrop and like when he's singing. It was a pink one and a blue one. It was so good, man. So good.
Whereabouts in was it America? Aye?
I think Oklahoma, but I don't know. I think
Aye.
if I remember correctly. But aye, that's mine for the week. So we'll pass on. You want to do album?
Aye, fuck it.
Get
I've,
some fun at the end.
Yeah, so my album of the week is Da Answer, so DA Answer
That answer.
by
Nice.
K Supreme, and the S is like a dollar sign.
Oh,
So you can kind of guess what it is, man. It's like it's like proper like cloud rap trap, and it's
Nice.
like he's just riding the beat the whole time, man. Like and it's like heavy, like and, like to the point where it's like the bass is too much. I was riding about in the work van, blasting it, man. Delivering like
Loving life.
old folks like pills and that, just like blasting this tune he's talking about, like smoking big doinks and all that, man. It's so good. It's so stupid. Like what he's saying is like dumb. It's like dumb rap. But I
Aye.
was fucking loving it, man.
Don't mind it.
And it was like it was a proper like fucking car bass boomer, man. It reminded me. So I've not got much to say about the album because that's all it is. But it did remind me of when I went to Philadelphia. They've got a street called South Street, and on a Friday night, all the guys, like all the drug dealers and that, just getting their like minted cars, big mad rims, and just blast tunes.
Do they?
And they
Sounds
just
class, man.
they just ride at like 15 miles an hour down South Street. It's a massive street. It must take them like 2 hours to get down this street, and they're just like like blasting tunes, and I'm just like this like 17-year-old white boy just like, oh, that's amazing.
I don't want to leave.
It's like, this is the fucking best day of my life.
So is it just like gang, like that bling stuff? No.
Yeah. Oh, what, the album?
Aye.
No. So he's more like a
Gangster.
nah.
90s.
Nah. K Supreme's like he's like a suburbs guy. He's from Pasadena, so he's not like a
Right, so it's
gangster
one of
guy.
the ones where it's like kind of.
But he's cool. He's like he talks about like cool stuff. He's just talking about like smoking joints and like pumping buds and that. That's kind of like he's like it's the universal language of boys, man. You know what I mean?
What do you say that in the
Can you do like a rap album? We're all
Aye,
basically
aye.
waiting for the
Do
country
you know
album.
why? Oh, it's
Is
coming.
that-
It's
is it
coming. No, see. So it's a really obscure genre called sample drill. Don't know if you've ever heard of that. So it's
Sample
like drill.
drill?
Do you know like drill music?
Aye.
No.
So it's
Kind of
like,
know.
like it's like kind of trap, but it's like about like killing and all that. Sample drill is like it's all based on a sample. To the point where the sample, they're not even like cutting the sample up, they're just playing the tune in the background and he's rapping
All
over the
right.
top of it.
Then
Yeah.
rap. All right.
And the
Cool.
third song in it is Ocean Eyes by Billie Eilish. And he's just rapping over the Billie Eilish tune. It's that, oh shit, I can't sing it.
I know.
Do you know
it's
what?
on,
So it's just that sample, and it sounds, he's sped up a wee bit, and it's so good. And he's just rapping over the top of it, just talking about like.
Is this a newer
fuck
album
rules.
then?
Last year.
Last year?
It's good, man. I would recommend it. If you're not into like trap music, you'd be like, that's just fucking shit.
But
But if you
But
want,
if
like,
you are-
if you want to ride about in the motor, blast it, man.
There you go. Aye.
It's whippage.
It's, honestly, it's a
week was-
proper like fucking
Last
full
week was
fucking 360 fucking mode, man.
last week.
It's
was
proper
in your
burnout
sheets.
dominator tunes, man. It's fucking so good.
Yeah, last week was in the sheets. This one's in the streets.
Yeah,
I like that.
cold in the sheets, cold in the streets, man. What was the album? Fuck, But
Waves.
really good. K Supreme, that answer.
That answer.
Nice.
You can tell he's got like mad chains on and like growls. And all that. You can hear his like growls like
Clicking.
like clicking against each other. But yeah, that answer.
That's
That's
what you
good.
say to your father when he doesn't answer the phone. That answer. It's a wee dad joke.
So here's a wee extra one. He also had another album called Sorry for the Flex 3.
Is he get sorry for the Flex 1 and 2? Oh, mate. That's
Would
class.
have been better if he didn't, but stuff like that.
I'm going to double check if he does actually have a 1 and 2 because I've
I
never
can see
listened to it.
aye, if he's just get sorry for the
I
Flex
swear
3
there
and
was
then.
like that was like a hang rappers done definitely for a while in like the 2010s or something.
Just put
but
a
it was
title
like
Aye,
and
there
I'm
was
on it.
2 chains in
Unstoppable
that.
8, and it's like there wasn't even the first 7 of them. It's just like what's even going on?
That's so good, man.
Do you know what's funny? I've looked it up and a 1 and 2 isn't coming up. It's just Sorry for the Flex 3.
Sorry for that Flex.
For that Flex
3.
3.
Who are these
There's
folks?
no 1s and 2s.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah,
that's
no,
class,
it's just it's the same.
man. Aye,
Same,
that's-
just free.
That's unreal.
That is class.
Yeah, aye. No, do you know
Fair
what?
play.
Nah, there's no 1 and 2.
Love it. Better that way.
Yeah.
Better, absolutely.
Shout K Supreme. $sign in the S, don't forget it.
I don't forget. I never forget that.
Aye, so that's the album. 7.5 out of 10. I liked it.
Take
Oh,
that.
shit. Aye.
Oh, aye, you got rain.
I forgot for my rating. I'm going to get a solid 8.5 or 85% on my, what was the
Morbidity,
Morbidity or
But then it was like
Curiosity.
at school.
we'll get on both because it's pretty mad.
I think
Pretty
that's
mad.
been my favourite so far out of your
Aye.
recommendations.
That
I
was
think maybe
crack.
the way you explained it was really good. You had me. You
Aye.
had me.
I was locked in.
Aye,
Nice.
you
I
had
like
me.
that. I appreciate that.
I quite liked last week's just because of how a bit
Aye.
mental it was, but aye.
Right, so what we on now?
Bradley said he had a banger of a quote.
Oh, I've got an actual. I mean, theatrical drum rolls. Do you know what I mean? Mental. So I've actually got a quote for a Shakespeare play requested by Jay. We were talking about Othello earlier. So we said, oh, maybe we can get a quote for Othello. It doesn't really have any specific meaning to me, but it was the one, there was like a list of quotes that I saw. I've no read Othello. I've got a drama degree, but I've no read Othello. I've read their Shakespeare plays, but no this one. But Jay studied it, and you studied it, didn't you, in school?
English.
Aye. So this is the one that I thought was quite cool. Oh, beware, my lord, of jealousy. It is the green-eyed monster which doth mock the meat it feeds on. Got me a bit prick, not gonna lie.
You maybe need to do it one more time.
Right. I'll stand up.
Go into character.
No, get the character.
Oh, beware, my lord, of jealousy. It is the green-eyed monster which doth mock the meat it feeds on. Iago, Act 3, Scene 3.
Yeah, I go, man, some guy. Hey, you've now set the bar. You need that every week.
Well, if there's quote, see if it's for a Shakespeare play.
Aye, see if it's like
I'll become the three-eyed monster that
See if it's like a
much
film.
moth doth it
But
feeds
then
on.
even if you're doing quotes and it was like Stephen Gerrard and you done it in the Smelly thing. But anyway,
Cars.
You should do the Interstellar one, the do not go gentle into that dark night. You should do that
Michael
one.
Caine. Can I do a Caine? Can I do a Caine impression?
what was your score meter?
So,
Aye,
I mean,
sloppy disk the hard drive.
I feel like it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. It's gone. I think the meat it feeds on kind of gets me, and it is the green-eyed monster which doth mock. It's so Shakespearean.
Is,
Doth mock. Joke.
Is that where Green-Eyed Monster came from? That's like a famous thing, is it not? That I bet you is.
It might be. Aye.
That's probably
Aye.
Probably.
Well, they say that like the colour green's like a representation.
I wonder if it was Shakespeare that fucking.
Oh, everything Shakespeare, man.
Shakespeare,
You name a hang in the first hang of Shakespeare. Always, man.
What about
Always.
Blue Eyes White Dragon?
Probably Shakespeare.
He probably actually invented jealousy.
Aye. It's even a hang. And we're like, I don't want my birthday there, or I don't want that happening, or I want that back. Or
I'm
something.
not a fucking cuck.
But I don't really care much about Othello. Me and Jay kind of spoke about it earlier, but it's all about somebody making somebody else jealous.
Aye, that Iago poisons Othello's mind, telling him that Othello's wife's cheating on him with somebody else.
You dirty
But
dog.
I think that's the thing. It's the green-eyed
Because
monster
what was
which
the first
doth
line
mock
in
the
that?
meat. What is it, sorry?
What was the first line?
Oh, beware, my lord, of jealousy. So then,
That is class. Lord of jealousy.
it is the green-eyed monster which doth mock the meat it feeds on. So it's actually just
That is
mocking the folk that folk that have it.
That's
Brilliant.
class.
See, that's
Brilliant.
mental because it's actually Iago that does make Othello jealous.
Aye.
So
He's manipulating him. He's
aye,
gaslighting him.
Aye, gaslighting them.
Gaslighters.
But is that him calling out then to say like, oh beware my lord? Is he talking to somebody else, telling him, oh beware of jealousy, the thing that I'm
No,
using?
I think
Or is he
I
talking to
think
himself,
no.
monologuing?
No,
to the audience?
I think he might be trying to get in Othello's brain at that point.
Oh right, okay.
Aye, like he's trying to like
Set him up to.
reverse psychology.
Aye.
I'm not trying to manipulate you, but watch it for folk.
Aye.
It's definitely not me.
I watch folk will make. I watch it for that thing called jealousy. Because I
Planting a seed.
But I'd probably
So-
get like an 8 out of 10 or something. It makes Shakespeare quotes just kind of go hard,
Aye.
man.
Aye, man.
The day.
Flows like water over rocks, man.
Aye, it's just good, man. Anyone's got a favourite Shakespeare quote?
Quote, I love Macbeth.
Macbeth.
Aye, I couldn't quote it, man. But fucking Macbeth is like one of my favourite stories ever, man. Ever since I did higher English, I've been obsessed with it. I always like see every like film about Macbeth. I watch it, man.
Joke.
The one with
So
Denzel
good.
was incredible.
Aye, they're so good, man.
Have
Throwing
you
it-
seen the
that one,
Denzel
Black
one?
Ja-
No.
Man.
Japanese, the Kurosawa, throwing a blood.
Aye, that Denzel. We watched that Denzel
I'll
one.
go on it.
Figured.
I'll go on it.
Even the Fassbender one, I was like, oh, choke, man.
Oh, I've
The
seen
Roman-
I've
Roman
seen half of that one,
the
the
Roman
Fassbender
Polanski
one,
one.
but I never finished it.
Bam.
Don't think. I like Romeo and Juliet. We done that in school. That's that.
I fucking hate the Baz Luhrmann film.
See, McKeff, you're gonna hate me because I choke for it.
Oh fuck,
Aye,
man.
I'm sorry, I
just
choke for
I
it.
just don't like
I
Baz
choke
Luhrmann.
for it. I choke for young Leo. I choke for the guy that plays Sid the Sloth in Ice Age, and him playing Tybalt, and he's putting the faggot with his golden studded shoes. I'm for
like,
it.
I like the scene where they're like walking and they're looking through the window at each other.
Aye,
like
and,
that scene.
and they've got the fish tank and that.
That's it. The fish tank.
Aye, see Claire
that's
Danes.
nice.
Claire Danes is.
But the rest of
Aye,
it
she's gorgeous.
Suck my cock, man.
All right.
Fucking
Well, I enjoy it, and I'll keep enjoying it. Cereal of the week.
Thank God, man. I've been sitting waiting in the wings. Put me in, coach. Put me in. I thought there was a new podcast starting off, branching off there. The two hamsters in the corner. Or what's the two wee guys for Ice Age called? There were the eye patches and that. They're like the kind of raccoon.
I can't remember.
Anyway, I'm going to need to spit bars hella quick because I think that camera's just about to set this full place
Aye,
on fire. Cereal of the week, crunchy nut clusters with the chocolate swirls or twirls or curls or whatever the
I
fuck
ken
we're
this
calling
one,
them.
and I choke.
I've been actually thinking all week that all your recommendations for stuff, it's hard because one week I'm going to need to pick bran flakes just to shit on something because if no, all your recommendations are all going to be probably 8 out of 10. That's it.
That's true.
So, like, do you then have to pick something you don't like? Because, don't know.
Do you know like bran flakes?
Well,
It's just when you've got the
it's
options.
just
Aye.
if you've got the options. I don't think they're disgusting, but,
But
kinda,
it's no the ones
if
you're
you'd a
picking.
bowl of them or a bowl of wood chips for a Wayne's play park beside each other and put milk in them, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So. But you know what I mean? I do like most cereals, but there must be cereals out there I don't like as much. No, every cereal out there's an 8 out of 10. It's impossible.
No.
Anyway, crunchy nut clusters with the chocolate swirls. Now, if these didn't have chocolate swirls in them, we're probably talking a decent 5 or 6 out of 10. And you like to cheat yourself and pretend these fuckers are healthy, but they're not.
That's so
Even
good,
without
man.
the chocolate,
So
there must
good,
actually
man.
be sugar just like that. Just you can't really taste sweetness after the sugar, that kind of thing.
Aye.
I have got issues with them, but see when you pour them into the bowl, I can it says clusters, but I'm no wanting the fucker that sank the fucking Titanic. You know what I mean?
Something like that.
Well,
size,
no
innit?
wanting fucking wiping out dinosaurs here in my bowl. Like, you get things that are that just you need to mash up it with your
Aye.
I don't want to have to work overtime to eat my cereal. I'm wanting the cereal bowl, mouth, that's it, stomach done. Whereas these things are like, oh, you better work for your food, boy.
You have to munch them a bit, don't you? You do get the odd one where it's
I'm
like
like
eating a
see
stain.
that film Ants where there's fucking pickaxe in the woods? I like that trying to break apart the clusters. And I know it's in the name, right? But fuck me. Anyway, they see the chocolate swirls when they melt in your mouth. They're kind of good. It's kind of granola vibes, but it's really fucking sweet. Like, really sweet. The milk, meh. 4 or 5 out of 10. Again, sugary. It's just like sugary milk. It's not the milk's not that great. The actual taste bud is quite good after them, but I think I really like them. Like, I could eat them to a band playing. They're probably an 8 out of 10, but I think I probably need to give them like a 6.5 or something, because all the cereals I've spoke about previously are better.
Aye, so.
And these aren't bad, they're just like all that work and all that. Is it really worth it? like, why do I have to put that much effort in just to get my bowl of cereal in the morning? You know what I mean?
I agree.
So 6.5 crunchy nut clusters, chocolate.
A joke.
Bosh.
Yeah.
Sorted. I love your recommendation, but
The
I'm
cereals.
fucking Dean in this cough.
Cereal's a hot favourite. We've had a few folks say it is no, we want more
Aye.
cereal chat.
Oh
Just-
no, like
just-
We never get much the day, but
my foot
we're
was
listening.
goosed. Aye, we're
We
listening.
can.
Well, see, the thing is, I could probably talk about cereal like to the coos come home.
Aye.
I would. I'd like to add, and this is directly for your listeners and viewers on YouTube, so you can see me if you're watching it. Gear's recommendations, not just for cereal. We've already said cereal, but continue the cereal recommendations because Jay screams, right?
Aye.
But also, if you're a YouTube enthusiast that also pays £13 a month for premium, like myself, drop me a YouTube video. I'll watch it if I see it and it's no like 4 hours long. I might watch it if it's 4 hours long. I like long ones. So if it is long, maybe I actually double send that. But also, if you've got any quotes or any
hit me up.
albums,
I'll-
potentially.
See if you make music, send it to me.
Aye.
I'll
Yeah.
listen to anyone.
If you write quotes or poetry or anything, let me read it.
See if you make your own cereal.
Aye. See if you're a person for one of Aaron's videos that phoned the police, made up a story. Let him ken. We're here.
But aye, continue the comments, bring them in. Thank you for everybody that has engaged with our stuff. We do appreciate it. Helps the algorithm shit, so
Aye,
it's ideal
it's been
stuff.
a pleasure.
Mwah. Bradley's
very
not wearing
much.
his Rangers tap this week. If
No.
that one comment
sorry,
of Maya.
respectively.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually an international overdose awareness tap.
No, you're
It's-
right.
That's not funny.
It's meant to say know your route.
Route.
With a route because I went on a walk thingy. But it's to prevent folk getting overdoses because drug issues are bad.
Prevalent in
And,
our society.
so I report things and communicate with your siblings.
Cool, and on that note,
We'll do a wee wrap up. I'll say bon voyage, adios, all that good shit.
Au revoir, mon ami.
Free Palestine.
I'll get you.
My guys.
I think I forgot to say I'll
Adios.
get you last week.
Uh,
I'll get you.
I will get you.
Times two.
Okay.
We will get you. That's fine. Bye bye.